in keeping with Deacon Ed when he was talking about almsgiving, just remember that, prayer is a way of giving alms. So how many of you here say the rosary? Good. Good. That's a lot of hands. So how many can say the rosary in under 30 minutes? Under 20? Under 10 minutes? Yeah. My grandfather was one of those 10-minuters. So I remember very distinctly my grandfather and my dad and my brother and I and my uncle in a car at a golf course. We're a five-some and we have a tea time. And Grandpa says, before we play, we should say the rosary. Okay? So he gets going, and he lived till his 90s, so he said the rosary every day, and he could really make it roll. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you, Saint Jesus. And at that point, you knew it was your turn to say, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray. And by the time you got to pray for us, he was already on Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you, blessed Saint Jesus. So that was my formation in the rosary. Along that theme, today I'm going to give you 5 pearls, just like there are 5 mysteries for each chaplet. So let's get started with pearl number 1. The first pearl is, this is not my medical mission. This is your medical mission. These are not my alms. These are your alms. This is the Catholic Church of St. Monica Haiti Twinning Program. And who is the Catholic Church of St. Monica? That's you guys. So when I go to Haiti, or when Denny goes, or Barb, or Lockhart, or any of us go, we're going not to go for ourselves, but we go on your behalf. We're working for you. These are your alms that we're distributing in a way that is Christ-centered and in a way that we hope you approve. The second thing I want to talk about is that everything on earth is temporary, except for God's mercy, which is eternal. And the reason I say that is because we have a very definite mission statement, and that's to give care and comfort and support to our parish family in Hinch at Parish Sacre Coeur, and of course in the surrounding Hinch area. So we go beyond just the church, we go out into the community. But our mission statement and our mission itself has an organizational chart. Deacon Ed is the head of our twinning program. Above him is Father Jack, who's a pastor here, and Father Bordeaux is the pastor at Parish Sacre Coeur, and above them are the bishop in Hinch, Bishop St. Hillian, the Diocese of Hinch, and of course Archbishop Gregory in the Archdiocese of Atlanta. So the reason I say that is because if we do things or say things that aren't appropriate or in a way that is successful for Father Jack or Father Bordeaux, and they say, maybe we should stop what we're doing, then we stop what we're doing. Because it needs to be compatible with who we are and what our faith lives are. When I bring this up to people that have gone to Haiti and spent the last, 16 years of blood and sweat and tears, that this could just end, they say, no, we wouldn't let that happen. We would find some other means of support. We'd find a private donor, but we would keep things going. And I say, yeah, but then it's not a mission. It's not our mission. And so, if Father Jack leaves and another pastor comes in and says, my interest is in Nicaragua or Guatemala or Mexico or Atlanta or whatever, then this stops and we go on to the new mission. The third pearl I'm going to throw at you is live by faith, not by fear. So if I had come to the parish 16 years ago and I had said, let's create a relationship with a parish in a third world country, and let's send some money down. They need to build a parish. They need financial support. And while we're at it, why don't we do a medical mission a couple times a year, bring doctors and nurses and dentists down. Let's build a clinic, right? Let's just build one, hire a Haitian doc and a nurse. We'll need a clinic manager. We'll need a pharmacy technician. We'll need to purchase medicines from the Netherlands and ship them to Port-au-Prince so that they can be trucked up to where we're at, because that's really the most cost-effective way to do that. So let's hire our staff. Let's find some seminarians in this neck of the woods and support them. Meet them on the road to their path to priesthood and give them whatever they need. Let's have a soup kitchen. Let's go ahead and distribute 200 hot meals a day, every day, because people are starving. Let's do a clean water program, because we know that people get sick from the water they drink. Let's send kids to school. Let's do a scholarship program. let's do a social program where we go into the community and we find people so poor and destitute that we just give them what they need to maintain their households and their families. Let's do spiritual support. Let's go and just pray. If I had said that 16 years ago, you would have said, you're crazy. You're a dreamer. How much is all this going to cost? It's going to cost millions, really, because it'll be about $100,000 a year, maybe $200,000. The cost will just go up as we do this because it's going to get more and more complicated. And we need to do it every year. We can't just do it once. We got to do it every year until we don't have a mission. You would say I was crazy. And maybe I am, but this is where we are. This is where we're at now. This is where you are at now. This is the fruit of your alms. It's not for my glory. It's not for your glory. It's for God's glory. That's why we do this. This is how we act in faith. The fourth pearl is a little off track of Haiti, but it has to do with almsgiving. So over the last year, I've said things and done things that have been sort of a cancer to my marriage. It's been pretty bad, and I've really offended my beautiful wife of 23 years, Catherine, who's sitting by the fire extinguisher because she's so hot. So in talking with Catherine, she's like, we really need to go to talk to Father Jack because he's going to get us on the right track. And she's right, and because she's always right. So we went to see Father Jack, and Father Jack is really as he portrays himself. He's a lion at the pulpit, but a lamb in the confessional. And, he looked at me and he said, "You're such an idiot." No, he didn't say that. But I knew that was what he was thinking. And he said, "You have to remember that it's not your occupation that will lead you to heaven. It's your vocation." And I said, "All right, I get that. I do the Haiti stuff." And he's like, No. Your marriage is your vocation." And I said, "Oh, yeah. I forgot that." 23 years ago, standing at an altar with Catherine at my side and a priest in front of me and in front of all our families, I didn't make a vow to be faithful to my job or to be faithful to my mission work. I made a vow to be faithful to my wife. And so if you don't have the fundamentals down, none of this stuff means anything. You can give alms, but charity starts at home, right? So remember your vocation, because that's what's going to lead you to heaven. My fifth pearl is to pray always. So I had the benefit of going to school at a college prep high school in Gates Mills, Ohio, Gilmore Academy. And one of our teachers, Ed Winslow, he was an older guy. He had kyphosis, which is sort of a hunchback. And he was just a small guy, delicate hands, but he taught us computer science. And I remember one day, I couldn't get the little white ball to go across the screen. You know how computers were in the 80s. Couldn't figure that out. And so I asked him to come and help me, and he's clicking away on the keyboard. And I noticed a rosary that he wore on his hand that was woven in between his fingers. And so I said, "That's cool, you're wearing a rosary." I said, "Why do you do that? Why do you wear it?" And he says, "Well, I pray the rosary during the day, when I'm working." And so I immediately thought to my grandfather, the 10-minute guy. And I said, "You must say like 100 rosaries a day. Your day is so long. You get up early, you come to school, you teach us, there's after school work, all this stuff. Have you ever counted how many rosaries you pray in a day?" And he said, "Yeah, but it's not 100. I said, "Well, how many do you say?" And he said, "Someday I hope to get through one." So pray always. How much time do I have? I got all kinds of time. Okay. So those are my 5 pearls. I want to share this thank you letter. I got a thank you letter from a surgeon who went with us earlier in our mission and then just came back this past year, he and his wife. "Dear Dr. Jim, From 2001 to 2002, I honestly had my doubts that we were making much of a difference in Haiti, or are we just making ourselves feel better for having tried? 2015, after too long of a hiatus, I have no doubt that St. Monica's Haiti mission is making a significant and meaningful difference in people's lives in Hinch. From a 1 or 2 week a year mission trip to a year-round clinic with a full-time doc and a nurse and a pharmacy, not to mention the clean water program, all the social work initiatives that we do. There's so much more. A lot of people have put their hearts and minds into this mission, and so thank you for all that you do. God bless Chris and Michelle Hart. This isn't my thank you letter. This thank you letter belongs to you, because you guys make this happen. You guys make the spiritual relationship work. You make the financial relationship work. In your almsgiving, you save lives and alleviate suffering in a way that you just have no idea. We've been doing this for 16 years. When I presented my slides, I only have here pictures from 2006 to 2012. There's 5 years of pictures before that. There's 3 years of pictures after that. There's going to be more for as long as we have a mission. And I can't thank you enough. And I know the people of Haiti can't thank you enough. And so, and one of the things that really strikes me from my heart is that you guys do this year round. You don't wait for Lent. You know, we have a fundraiser in October. There are envelopes that come up throughout the year in the basket, and you guys are so generous. $4,000 for the teens to, when they do their overnight. That's amazing. These Girl Scouts who are going to give us $50. $50 buys food for a family easily for a month, maybe more. That money goes a long way in Haiti. So thank you. Thank you for your alms. God bless.